Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer class. Students, yesterday we started a new chapter, and the name of the chapter was Adobe Photoshop. So, we were learning about the basics of Photoshop. So, students, it's important for us to know the basics of Photoshop so that before we go and use the tool, so if you don't have an idea about the basic information about the subject, it would be difficult for us to have practical classes or to conduct the practical classes. So this chapter is a theory based chapter. We will be learning the theoretical information or theoretical details about Adobe Photoshop. And once the school reopens, we will have the practical session and we will move further with our practicing and learning more about Photoshop. So let's start our today's class. So the first thing we want to talk about, let's try to do a recap of what we have learned till now. So what we know about is we know about the Adobe Photoshop. So we know what the Photoshop means. We know about John Knoll, who was the person behind display program, the first program which was uh, kind of a Photoshop photo editing software, which was later revised and how it scaled up to Photoshop CS6. Then we learned about the components of Photoshop CS6. So and how we learned about creating a new file and opening and saving a new file. In components, we learned about the menu bar, the option bar, the workspace, which is the main stage or the work area or the image window or the document window where we carry out all the work. And then we spoke about the tools panel, which is the most important toolbox which is used to uh, conduct, to carry out any editing work on the image or a photo. So what we will be learning today, students, is we will be learning about few tools which we will be learning in these chapters. Now each tool here is a group. I repeat, each tool here is a group, and below each one of them, in few of them, we will find the sub classification of tools. For example, first one, today we are going to learn about part of the selection tools. Then moving forward, we will be learning about drawing tools, painting tools, type tools, retouching tools, and viewing tools. So among them, the first thing which we need to know is the selection tool. Now, as the name suggests, selection tool is used to make any selection. So in simple words, if I have to make any selection, I will use the selection tool. Now here you can select any image or part of an image to perform cut, copy or retouching. So this is the definition about selection tools. So what are the activities we can carry out? We can cut, copy, edit and retouch. So there are different tools meant for different purpose. You can see below that the sub classification of selection tools. So the first one mentioned here is the Marquee tool. The second is a lasso tool. The third one is the quick selection tool, then the magic wand tool, and the last we have the crop tool. So here, first we will start off with Marquee tool. Now what is a Marquee tool? Now the Marquee tools allows us to make a selection on any part of an image or the complete image. So Marquee tool is the most important selection tool among all, because this tool we will be using it quite frequently. Now how to use this tool? The first thing what we can do is we can open the image. Now on the toolbox or the tool panel, you will find a small black arrow at the bottom right corner of the Marquee tool. You can see it in the picture. Once you click on that small rectangle, you will find the drop down menu listed here. Now students, if you focus, if you see here, every tool which has got a black triangle below it means that there are few options hidden in it. So you need to click on it to unhide the options which are there. So you can see there are few things mentioned here. The first is the rectangular Marquee tool. Now this tool is used to make a selection in rectangular shape. Very simple. Elliptical, elliptical or circular shape. If you want to make any elliptical or circular shape, you will be using the elliptical Marquee tool. Single row Marquee, to make a selection as a row that is 1 pixel wide. So 1 pixel wide in one selection. And so last one is single column selection. To make a selection common, that is 1 pixel wide. So here we are talking about horizontal. Horizontal is row and vertical is column. Now this is our Marquee tool. Now let's move to our next tool, which is lasso tool. Now what is the lasso tool? Lasso tool is the second most important tool in Photoshop, and it is used to make a freehand selection in an image. So if you want to make a freehand selection, you will be using the lasso tool. But if you want to make a specified selection, then you will be using the Marquee tool. Now let's try to understand what are the options available for lasso tool. Now lasso tool also has got a small rectangle at the bottom, you can see in the black color. Once I click on it, I get to see 3 options, which is the lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool and magnetic lasso tool. So these are the 3 tools which we can see here. What are the steps for this? The steps are, first thing, open an image. You click on the right hand corner where the black rectangle is there. Once you click on it, the sub classification of the tool opens up, which is lasso, polygonal and magnetic. Now what does lasso tool do, what does polygonal lasso do, and what does magnetic lasso do? Let's try to understand that. So lasso tool will help us to make a free selection in a desired shape. So whatever shape you desire, you can do a freehand selection and make a selection using the lasso tool. What is a polygonal lasso tool? Now this tool helps us to select the polygonal areas by clicking on different points and to close the selection border. We will position the mouse over the starting and double click it. So what does it mean? It means whatever selection we are starting, we have to bring it at the end and double click in it to stop the selection. Next comes is the magnetic lasso tool. Magnetic lasso tools will stick to the edges of the image. So what it means? It means that when I am trying to select the petals of a flower, I can just click the points, and even if I move slightly out of the petal, but if I am using magnetic lasso tool, the moment I complete my selection, automatically I will find that the selection just sticks to the border of the petal of the flower. So this automatically happens, and hence it is called as the magnetic lasso tool. This is for much more precision or accuracy. Now place the mouse on the image, drag it around, select the area you want to select. So these are the second selection tool. Next we are going to talk about quick selection tool. Now quick selection tool is used to make a quick selection over the image. Now what does this mean? In a very simple language, if you have a photograph of a person, like as it's given in your book, it's about a cartoon character. So if you want to select the shirt or the kurta which that particular person is wearing, you just have to roughly draw the borders of it, and automatically when you click on it, it will make a selection of that particular color. Now this tool is useful to select a part of an image which requires great accuracy. When you want to select only the trouser, then you can use the quick selection tool. So this is used to make the perfect selection. Now let's try to understand what are the steps and how to use this tool. So very simple, you just click on the quick selection tool, drag and click the mouse over the part of the image that has to be selected, and you will find the selection taking place. Next comes is the magic wand tool. The magic wand tool is used to select automatically the adjacent area of the same color in an image. So there are few settings which are there for magic wand tool. First is the tolerance. Now this tolerance determines that which color selection will be selected. Now you can see there is a toggle switch. In the book, if you see, or if you have seen the Photoshop magic wand tool, you will find a small rectangle which is called as the toggle. You can drag it to the right hand side. It's kind of like a volume button. When the volume increases and you put it at the left hand side to reduce the volume, it works in the same way. Now specifying a low value will select that very similar color, which means if I am talking about red, it will only select red, and if there is a slightly mix of red or green in the color, it won't select that. But if I select the higher value, then it will select the red color as well as the mixture of a red or a green color or any other color in that particular selection. So it depends upon what kind of selection you would like to take, you want to select. You can reduce it to the minimum, you can increase it to the maximum. Next comes is the anti-alias. The alias produces a smooth edge by partially filling the edged pixels. Now whatever the sharp edges you have, you will find automatically it gets selected to very smooth pixel. Next is contagious. Now this one will helps us to select only adjacent area that shares the same color. If there is no same color available, then the contagious option will not work. What are the steps for this? Now the steps are very simple. You just click on the magic wand tool, adjust the tolerance, anti-alias or contagious. By default they are select in the middle. If you don't want to make any changes, you can just leave it there. This option is there in this will be available in the options bar. And in the last step, you click on the color you want to select in the image. That particular color you will find will get selected. So next comes, okay, this brings us to the end of the class, students. So in our homework, we will do true and false, and we will do question 5 and question 6 of answer the following. So students, this chapter has got extensive questions. We have got differentiate between the following also. So we'll try to balance it and move further. So in the meantime, today we will complete question number 5 and question number 6, which is explain 3 main options which appears while selecting a magic wand tool. It's the 3 tools which they are talking about when you click on the magic wand tool. And the next question is, what is the purpose of the following in the Photoshop workspace? So menu bar, what it does, options bar, what it does, and tools panel, what it does. So we will do this for our homework. And just in case if you have any questions or any queries, feel free to reach me through the comment section. And I hope you all have read the chapter and before going through the video. So thank you, students, and stay home and stay healthy.